The Hawaii Theater is an Oahu landmark and has held a place in island entertainment for over 80 years. During that time, it's transformed from an entertainment destination to a crumbling old building nearly demolished, but then was reborn into a majestic marvel that takes us back to a simpler time in our island's history.
Good morning and a warm aloha to you. Welcome to the historic Hawaii Theater. My name is Marion Benham, and I'd like to introduce my fellow docents, Linda Letta and Don Conover. We're going to take you on an amazing journey this morning, back in time to 1922.
It was after World War I that the idea for the Hawaii Theater came about, and from the start, it was designed to be more than just a movie house, but a venue for theater and popular entertainment, a cornerstone of Chinatown's gathering places.
In fact, this whole area of downtown was the entertainment section. There were more than 12 theaters and more than 100 bars and restaurants right in this small area.
So they built more than just a theater. They put together the Pride of the Pacific, a place not only for people to see a show, but also to see a spectacle itself.
The hallmark of the theater is the mural over the stage. Now, this was painted by an artist named Lionel Walden. He was from the East. He had studied in Boston and in Europe, and he was invited to come to Hawaii by a friend, and he liked it so much here, he spent most of the rest of his life. Now, is that a story you've heard before?
His work, entitled The Glorification of Drama, was actually painted in a nearby warehouse on a canvas that was then applied directly to the plaster wall above the stage. That mural had its desired effect of catching the eye as soon as you walked in, but as you take a closer look around the Hawaii Theater, the ornate designs and glittery gold tones also attract your attention. Everything inside the theater was carefully planned out, from the smallest details down to the seats.
Welcome to the loge. These are considered the best seats in the house. And I think you'll agree with me that even though there isn't anything going on stage at the moment, we have a feast for the eye.
These seats for the first show would have gone for $1.50, while downstairs seating was $1. And upstairs in the balcony, you could have watched the first silent films for only 50 cents. The Hawaii Theater was designed to be similar not only in appearance, but also size to the major theaters on the mainland, all part of an effort to make it easier for productions to come to Hawaii.
Traveling companies took their sets around. They all fit the same theaters. So what we have here in Hawaii is a theater that's very much like New York theaters.
And so, in the middle of the Pacific, this theater was not only the newest, glitziest in town, it was also high-tech for the times. Entering the Hawaii Theater encompassed every sense, from the cool air to getting a look at the gleaming columns and paintings, and the Pride of the Pacific also played to other senses with their pipe organ.
This is the Robert Morton Orchestral Theater organ. It was built in 1922 and brought here for the opening of the theater, and it was used to accompany the silent films in the 1920s.
There are thousands of organ pipes in the Hawaii Theater, the smallest of which is only the size of a pencil, while the largest is about 16 feet tall and can shake the seats inside.
The smallest and the largest. You can really feel the vibrations when they're actually playing.
From romantic interludes during a show to suspenseful, even thunderous music, this majestic organ played a pivotal role in bringing the movies to life.
For example, when a car was coming around the corner, we had the sound effect to make it more real for the audience.
But the Hawaii Theater's story also has a darker side. The theater itself, once the pride of the Pacific, instead became an unused building, closing its doors in 1984. Outside, the facade crumbled. Inside, the highlights of yesteryear turned to trash. Even the organ that now sits in the theater barely survived its time in Hawaii.
The console is the original console from the organ, all the original wood, and the inner part here, the famous horseshoe design, this is all brand new. It had to be replaced because our termites evidently enjoyed music as well. And the wood underneath the ivories actually was eaten by them. So this is all brand new.
Back in the days when the theater fell into such disrepair, parts of the mural fell to the floor.
But a mainland company was able to piece together the mural, recreating parts that had been lost and capturing again the original splendor that greeted theatergoers. And thousands of volunteers took part in the rebirth of the Hawaii Theater, pouring money and their energy into rebuilding this classic structure, even getting the golden walls to glitter again.
This is a model of the process that's used to arrive at the gold features around the theater, on the columns and on the proscenium. It shows the process from the bare plaster to when it's primed and enamel is added, different colors. This is the actual gold leaf that's added, and then it's highlighted and distressed to make it look old, and the final result is right here in this 10th step.
Each improvement helped breathe new life into the aging theater, all with the goal of recreating its past glory in exacting detail. These renovated chairs are a throwback to the Roaring '20s. The current backings have the same patterns as the original linen cushions for the theater's wicker seats. And the organ has been restored to its seat-shaking sounds from the 1920s. It took 12 years and millions of dollars, but the pride of the Pacific opened once again in 1996 and has continued to be transformed into the beautiful landmark it is today. And if you would like a closer look at the Hawaii Theater, guided tours are offered every Tuesday morning at 11 a.m. These fact-filled tours also include a performance of the Robert Morton Theater organ. For reservations or more information, call 528-0506 and experience the pride of the Pacific for yourself.